Lesson by Anna. One so far normal day, Lilac had just finished math class. Today they got their math tests. While Lilac was walking down the long narrow brick hallway, she unzipped her plain magenta backpack, took out the math test, and her eyes widened. Lilac froze. Then she was just about to look at her test. She saw the kid she bullied and the secretary talking. Lilac prayed that the kid she bullied wasn't telling the secretary that she was getting bullied. The bell then rang. As usual, she pushed everyone in front of her out of the way as she ran to the side door. As Lilac ran, her long black straight hair flew in the breeze as all sorts of kids ran behind her. When Lilac boarded bus 2, her friend, the bully, gave Lilac a nudge that almost was a push. When Lilac sat beside her, "Hey, Lilac," laughed Lilac's friend. "Hi, Delia. Any plans for the scaredy cat?" Lilac giggled. "Nod." Gretchen said she would meet us in the forest, the one near the antique store, Delia reported. The substitute bus driver then yelled, "Keep it quiet or else." Lilac slumped in her seat while the younger kid played truth or dare. Lilac closed her eyes. A minute later, Lilac opened her eyes and looked out the window. "Next is my stop," Lilac thought. When Lilac got off the bus, she ran to her huge wooden house. Lilac ran to the door, got the keys from her backpack, and stopped. She remembered what Delia mentioned. Lilac decided to go, but it depends. She unlocked the glass door and went inside. Lilac dropped her backpack and ran into the living room. When she was in the living room, Lilac saw that her parents were with a very disappointed, sour look on their faces as they stared at Lilac. Lilac noticed that her dad was holding his phone and that he was sitting on the big red sofa. Her mom was also sitting down, but she was sitting on the fluffy white couch. Why in the world were you bullying young kids?" Lilac's dad yelled. "You won't know, and you never will know," Lilac screamed. Lilac pulled up her gray sweatpants, ran to the door, and ran out of the house. Lilac ran to the park in her neighborhood, and when she saw her friends Delia, Gretchen, she sprinted over to them. Lilac knew she would be meeting them. "Oh," exclaimed Gretchen as she turned around. "Hey, Lilac," Gretchen giggled. Lilac could hear Delia whispering, although Delia was proud. Lilac had a hard time hearing what Delia was saying. "Hello?" Gretchen asked. "Oh, sorry, I was trying to hear what Delia was talking about." Lilac apologized. "Oh, Delia's doing her usual bullying lumpy pants," Gretchen joked. Delia turned around after hitting at the fearful kid. "Well, let's go to the forest," Delia laughed as she twirled with her flowy hair. Delia made a motion to follow her as she ran toward the huge, mysterious forest. When Delia, Lilac, and Gretchen entered the glimmery forest, Delia looked up at the sky because there was an opening that the trees made. "Follow me," Gretchen gasped. While the three girls were walking, Gretchen and Delia giggled. Gretchen stopped. So did Delia and Lilac. "Here we are," Gretchen squealed as if it was her birthday. It was beautiful. There was a clear, glimmering lake with all sorts of beautiful flowers. Lilac stood closer to the lake for a better view. Delia and Gretchen stood behind Lilac. 3, 2, 1. Delia and Gretchen exclaimed. "Push." Gretchen and Delia gave Lilac a harsh push into the deep end of the lake and ran out of the forest, giggling. 2 seconds later, Lilac found a dark misshapen lily pad to hold on to. Lilac then burst into tears. Lilac sobbed, then wiped her tears with her silk shirt. He saw a bright, flashing light coming toward her. Lilac then woke up to see 3 fairies. The first fairy was wearing a pink dress with dark blue wings and blonde curly hair. The second fairy wasn't too flattering. She had a green dress and wings that with a messy brown hair bun. The third fairy had a dark blue hair with a silver dress and clear wings. Lilac then rubbed her eyes. Hello, I am the pink dress fairy named Mel, and the green one is Hannah, and the blue one is Pixie, giggled Mel with a wide grin. Why aren't you that lilac girl? Asked Pixie with curiosity. The bully sneered Hannah. Yes, I am, Lilac. I am so sorry for what I've done. Thanks for saving me, stuttered Lilac with her eyes wide opened. We won't hurt you. We want to help you, Lilac, whined Mel as Lilac got from the shimmery couch. Really? Asked Lilac. Really? The 3 fairies repeated all at the same time. Well, let's start by talking about our things that bother us at home, Mel exclaimed. We won't tell anyone else, Mel promised. Okay, well, I decided to help bully kids with my friends because at the time I had no friends, Lilac admitted. Well, we'll be your friend, all the fairies exclaimed with a wide grin. Make sure to be nice all the time, lesson learned, asked Mel, Pixie and Hema thought. Lesson learned, Lilac murmured with a sigh of relief, still standing in front of the couch. I'm lost. Can you guys use your magic to take me home? Whined Lilac. No problem, sneered Pixie with a smirk. No jokes, Pixie, Mel scolded. Okay, yelled Pixie. One poof, Lilac was home. As Lilac flopped on the fresh green grass and finally home.